the time that I've been alive, I've noticed that people that have sickle cell anemia always have something extra. They always have some special gifts. They always have, our journeys, eventually it's like passing through fire. And the only thing that happens when you pass through fire is you come out with a refined gold, refined silver, and you become a light. So you go through the valley, you go through your darkness to find your light. And that's why I really believe that, using myself as example, if I didn't have sickle cell anemia, I probably would be a completely different person. And everything I do is because of all the things I went through, because I have sickle cell anemia.
Oh.
And yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. I really love that part. Okay, so as a way of starting, I just decided to jump right into that. I wanted to come directly from you. I want you to introduce yourself to our audience. Who is Hadassah Heights? We really love to meet you from you directly. Who is Hadassah Heights? What is it about you? How has it been for you, your sickle cell journey? Then I'm connected to you in one way. I know your baby, she's so energetic and she's everywhere where you're doing affirmations and all that. So just put us a bit into your life. Who is Hadassah Heights, and can we meet you, please?
Yeah, so I'm Hadassah Heights. I'm Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria. I live in the UK now. I've been living here for quite a long time. I am a mom of one. Yeah, I've been living here more than 13 years now. Yeah, more than 13 years. Yeah. So my daughter's, she's 3. So definitely quite energetic. I'm a stay-at-home mom because she's still quite young and stuff. I got diagnosed, I think, after my first birthday. Because I was not ill. Yeah, so I was not ill for my first year at all. I was just a healthy baby, regular health, never had any problems. But after my first birthday, I started to get very ill. And so my parents, when they took me to the doctors, they diagnosed that I have sickle cell anemia. So it was from there, my journey with sickle cell anemia started. And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a network marketer, actually. So but network marketing, the entrepreneurial side of it. And yeah, I've been doing that for a while now as well.
Okay. So let us in a bit into the details of your sickle cell journey. Has it been smooth, beautiful? And what was it like? I'm particularly interested. I've gotten to know that you knew that you were diagnosed early, almost immediately at your first birthday. So what was it like for you growing up with sickle cell, the journey? Were you stigmatized at any point? Was there a point where you felt like the world was unfair to you because you had sickle cell? Then your pregnancy journey, what was it like having your baby too with sickle cell?
Okay, so I'll start with the growing up before having my baby. So before becoming a mom, definitely very difficult. I had a very traumatic experience growing up, and definitely experienced stigma everywhere, from my own personal family, like my parents, my siblings, up until in the public with my friends in school, classmates. And I experienced stigma everywhere because when my mom's first child, so it was almost like somebody took her joy away when she found out that I have sickle cell anemia. And it kind of ate into her subconscious. I think even up till this day, I don't think she will ever recover from it. So she's one of those parents that didn't really take it well. And I don't think she will ever take it well, So the stigmatization started from home. They used to hide me. Yeah, they used to hide me a lot from guests. They'll say, when guests are coming, they will say, oh, go into the room. We don't want you to embarrass us. Or you're not pretty enough. Yeah, that was my growing up. Yeah, so that's probably why I'm like who I am grateful for that, but it took a lot of work to get confident, because when you're so young and you're told that you're ugly, you're not presentable, nobody will want you. My parents used to say, oh, except you make the man blind, why would he ever want to marry somebody like you? You know, it was really difficult. And the only thing they liked about me was that I went to school and I did well in my grades, and they used to show that off, but they always only talk about it. They never took me anywhere to meet any family friends. No, they'll take my siblings, and they never really believed in me. It was not even because of the sickle cell. It was like as if the sickle cell was like a symbol of failure for my mom especially. So whenever she saw me, she couldn't see anything other than a failure.
Like if
You know, that was the way it was for me. So incredibly difficult, incredibly traumatic, incredibly, and I suffered from the public as well. You know, from school, people say, oh, you're a sickler, oh, you can't date her because sicklers die, you know, and they die early, so you're gonna get your heart broken when this person dies and stuff. So it was, and I was always singled out, you know. I never was part of any clique. Nobody really wanted to be my friend.
Wow.
Except like very few people. I never got that in. I was always, they would talk, I'm welcome for like 5 minutes, but the inner, yeah, everything is done without me. Like I'm just not up to the level. And I think even up till now, there's a lot of people that don't know how to relate with me because of that. Like now that we're all grown and they can see that I didn't die, I have my own family, and I'm working very vocal in my job allows me to market online. And a lot of them, they probably can't believe it. Like in my secondary school WhatsApp chat, some people actually put an apology to say we're really sorry for all the things we
treated you. Wow. So it's a whole, I mean, it's a different game now. I can't even relate with the past. I don't know you, but the Hadassah Heights that we now know, you are so confident. You know, I was listening to Affirmation on Fire Monday. And you said you were talking about showing up, and it was really speaking to me, like showing up. You always show up. You were talking about how you were feeling a bit very down and weak, and you didn't want to do it, but that you just have to keep showing up and all that. You become a very self-confident person. I must say, the energy is there. The way you started it, I was like, I have to listen to this episode. You were like, hey, the energy. I used to think of myself as a very energetic person, but meeting you, I must comment, like the energy is more than I could imagine. So how did you find your way here? How did you become this very self-confident? You're not afraid of being in the face of people. You are not afraid of sharing your story. How did you get here? I mean, it's a whole lot of things. I experienced some stigmatization, but not at any level close to what you experienced. My family accepted me. I think I just experienced a bit of it in school, where they said, don't beat her, so just let her be. And so people don't want to touch me because they don't know what they will do that will make me break. Typically to them, they feel like when you don't touch them, they will break, something like that. But it was never at the family level. So what was it like for you? How did you now become this person, this very self-confident person that you are now?
I think I got tired of being a doormat. I think because growing up, knowing that in the household you're the failure, even though I'm the first child, I was treated like the failure, like the rag in the house. I was the house help. I looked after my siblings, always clean the house, always do all the cooking. Even though I have a health condition, I was like reduced to the help. You know, and the reason I'm being open about it is that I really want to help somebody. So I think it also continued when I left Nigeria. I came, even in Nigeria, when I left home to go to look for work in Lagos, because I'm a singer-songwriter, I was part of a band. I noticed that there were people like my age. The only thing they had that I didn't have at that time was that they were married with kids. And they always treated me the same as well, like a doormat, even though they didn't know my background. So I started realizing that there must be something about me that's permitting people to do that. But it was hard for me to break out of it because I was in this mentality of I'm less, I'm not good enough, I'm just everybody's doormat. But when I came here, I started to do therapy because my confidence was zero. And, you know, my nurse, she used to speak with me. I said, let me recommend you to do therapy because I wish you saw yourself the way I see you, who I see when I see you. You're not this person that just like a nothing. So I started to do therapy. Then I started to listen to motivational speakers. I'm a very spiritual person. Like, you know, I do affirmations. You know, I believe that one of my calling in life is worship and speaking, but speaking based on the Bible. So I started to really do. All I have to do is then, you know, I started dating someone finally because it was really tough to find the kind of person that I want. All the people, you know, wanted me for the wrong reasons. Then I met someone and I got tired of being single and I started dating him. And he abused me. He used to be so physical. He would hit me, you know, and in the UK here, where I could have got him arrested, but I didn't want to get him arrested because it could affect him going forward, or he could even get deported because he's Nigerian. 6 years. I allow him to slap me around. 6 years. Yes, because of the doormat mentality, because I felt that, you know, it's okay, you know.
Hey, like nobody will accept you anyway. Wow.
At a point, I didn't even think there was anything wrong with it, that I could seek help. I just felt like, you know, that's my life. At least he's not blind, he's not sick, he's AA, you know, and I have somebody. But, you know, even his brother, they used to just treat me, I will go to work. My salary will be paying the rent of the flat we lived, and they didn't work, and they will call me and say, can you get this on the way, you know. And it was proper, like my mentality, and I accepted it. I never once had a problem with it.
Wow.
And that was just my mentality was off.
Wow.
And after some time off to take a long time and things just started changing. And, you know, he was hitting me and cheating. And I got to a stage where I just couldn't take it. I was like, wait, first you hit me, now you're cheating. And the girl comes to the house that I pay for, you know, and I go to church on a Sunday, come back. Yeah, I came back from church and they were in my flat that I pay for, you know, and I was like, you know, then I thought, that's it, it's over.
That's
But I
so
think
much.
yeah. And but if he didn't do something that extreme, I'd probably still be with him. I probably won't have my daughter because 6 years I didn't get pregnant, which means we weren't meant to be together. And even in my spirit, I knew I wasn't meant to be with him. That's the truth. But I couldn't go because I just had that. And I just got tired. I was like, look, you know what? If truthfully I'm ugly, there's nothing good about me, for the rest of my life, I'm going to be on my own, love myself, you know, what is it that my gifts are? I'm going to just live in my gifts.
Yes.
I don't care if people don't like me because
yes.
I already have no, you know, I already have no chance. So let me just do. And so I left him. That was really the beginning of my change. I don't think I mean, his brother's always following me online. I think it's almost like looking at a different person. But I'm grateful that the kind of person I am today, they wouldn't even be able to relate with me because it's so different. And actually, that's it. I just got tired. And right now, I got to a stage where not only from him, people that could get away with treating me funny, everything just changed. I got to a stage where I just broke, like enough is enough.
No.
And now, you know, it's different. But I have a very short tolerance for being mistreated now. Now I even look for trouble. If I smell it that you're trying to treat me some type of way, I will look about it, you know. And I'm grateful for that. But it took me time to get here. I'm in my mid-30s now, so you know, it is definitely taking me time.
Wow, it's really a journey. It's really a journey, and I'm grateful for your transition. I mean, nobody will believe this story of abuse, of being stigmatized, of a number of things. And now here you are in the face of the world and you're doing so well. What is it about affirmation? What is it about affirmation? It's something it's more than passion to me, the way I see it, because you are always just showing up. Just like you said it, you're always just showing up. So I'm asking,
affirmation for me, I think it's a spirit. Yeah, I think it's a spiritual obedience, because I went through living here. I went through a very difficult time about in 2006, no, 2013. I went through like the darkest time. I thought I wouldn't come out of it. Just a lot of things went wrong. And I prayed to God. Then I got on my knees and I said, if you deliver me from this, I will find a church, because I know that my gift is music. I was singing secular, I was singing in clubs, in bars, but I was never singing in church. So I said, I would serve you with my voice. And that kind of began my spirituality journey. That's, 2013, that began me leaving my abusive ex. It was a very significant year. Although everything went wrong, it was because everything was going right. So I things started getting better. I found the church and started serving as a worship leader. And that kind of got me on my spiritual journey. That built me, made me realize who I am in Christ. And I've always been that way. Then when I got pregnant, I couldn't lead in worship anymore in my church. That was my personal choice. I just thought it was time to take time and look after my baby. I had her in 2017. So I thought, let me just look after her. And coming online, that's what made me start online marketing and entrepreneurship. And last year, I just did affirmations quickly for like 21 days, because I read a book about it, about the power. And a woman was speaking about how it changed her life. She's a motivational speaker. She's a 7-figure network marketer. So I look up to her. And she said, if not for affirmation, she don't even think she'd be alive. I mean, she doesn't have sickle cell, but just the things that she's been through. She lives in America. She's had to be a stripper and all those things. So she just thought that if not for affirmation, she wouldn't be here. So I did it for 21 days. And I did it online so that people can participate. And I left it. I stopped doing it. And then every time I prayed, I kept hearing, go back to affirmations and do it. And I thought maybe the Holy Spirit was saying, do it privately. I was like, oh, okay. But I kept hearing, do it back online. But I'm like, but I'm not a pastor. I'm not an anointed, because I just want to sell some tea, get people to join my business. Nothing concerning
I just want to be
preaching and affirmation. Yes, ma'am.
Well, honestly, I must commend you. You are doing a great work. You are impacting life. I'm a crash person. So most times when I go to your page, I listen to about 2, 3 together. And I'm like, wow, this is really impactful. The part of showing up, I learned a lot. I was jotting down in my journal. You were saying that you're not showing up for those people. You are showing up for yourself. And whatever it is, either you feel down, you just have to show up. Keep showing up, because you just never know. So let me tell you, you're impacting a lot of life and you're doing a great one. So my last question to you before we wrap this up is, okay, you've gone through a number of things. You've been stigmatized at your family level. You've been put aside. Nobody wants to relate with you in class, in school, and all of that. So we still have sickle cell warriors that haven't attained this age, that are still growing up. What would you like to say to them? How can they fight this battle of stigmatization, of being relegated to the back seat and all of that? How can they come out to become a self-confident person? How can they do that? So just wrap it up with an advice to sickle cell warriors and everyone.
I think you have to
feeling like a victim of life.
You have to first get tired. You have to get tired of being tired. You have to wake up one day and say, you know what? Even if I only have 2 more years to live or 2 more days, I'm going to live like I own the world. I'm going to find who I am, and I'm just going to be. But you have to get tired. You have to really reject the being pushed to the back, the stigmatization, the doormat treatment. You have to wake up and say, all it is a genotype. It's not a life sentence.
It's not a life sentence. That's it.
It's a genotype. We have people that are 94 and have sickle cell anemia. Why can't we? Who says that God cannot bless us with long life as well and health? So why you want to spend your whole life being talked down on, being mistreated because of a genotype?
Yeah.
And then you tell yourself, oh, but he's AA. No. You are worth more than that, but you need to get tired on your inside. Really, really get tired. Then get help. If it's counseling, if it's using motivational speakers online, pastors. I don't mean go to speak to people. I mean go online and listen to powerful people that have been through stuff, and then let what they're saying go into your mind and break that chain, because you have to do it, but you have to want it. You have to be tired of the negativity and stop hiding behind sickle cell as the umbrella. Break free from it. That's what I believe. Break free. Because we hide behind it. Like, I could have been a lot happier, but this genotype, this pain, this. Yes. Everybody feel pain one way or the other. Even people that don't have sickle cell anemia, they have problems. There are people going through they are really going through real bad diseases. That's why I said that I believe the sickle cell makes us the light of the world. Because there's facing health conditions out there, and they're still doing what they do. You look at a lot of top people, you hear the things they battle in the background, but they fight it and come out. Don't take it as, because like when you look online, there's some sickle cell groups that my friend Lola, she adds me into, and everybody is so bitter and so angry, like, oh, this pain again, or oh, pray for me, look at me again, I'm in the hospital. And I'm thinking, like, the time you spend telling yourself, oh, look at me again, somebody else is taking you have and in our hands. Everybody has something great about them, but are you willing to accept that? Are you willing to just be yourself? Look at what's good about you and share it. I mean, look at the podcast you're doing. You're doing something. A lot of people, they don't want to do anything. So they hide behind the pain. But pain is not good. Pain is to transform you. It's not for you to rent a space there. It's for it to transform you on the inside, on the outside, and get better. And like a lot of people say, sickle cell anemia is one of those things. The moment you understand your triggers, the moment you care for yourself, you love yourself enough to look after yourself, you can't live. Why are we having people 94 with sickle cell anemia? If it's such a crazy disease, that means it's possible. We have people that are moms, grandmoms, great grandmoms, they have sickle cell anemia. So you and I can as well. We can live long lives. We just need to forget about that. Oh, it's because I'm a sickler, that's why things are not going well for me. Oh, I'm in pain again. I mean, I feel pain, but I feel like I cannot use it as an excuse. I have to use it as a propeller. The reason I feel pain is that when I see people, I can relate to them. So somebody said to me that, oh, the one thing she's always surprised about me is that I'm so easy to talk to behind closed doors, not on interviews. And I'm so humble. And I said to her, that's the pain. Because when you help you have to have the heart to give so that other people can find their freedom. So if that's what life is, then that's why sickle cell anemia allows us to be light to the world, because you already have the first degree experience of pain. So you can feel something for other people. You can have compassion, have empathy, and that will help you say, I want to change my world. So when you do videos, for me, I'm just going to use what I do. I do live videos, when I serve my team, because behind closed doors, I do a lot of trainings for my team and other things in my company. What drives me is not the show off. It's not, oh, it's Hadassah again. No, what drives me is that, wow, let me help these people find a way to live a free life. And that's how we are the light of the world, because we feel, and you can be humble. You don't need to be arrogant, So yeah.
Wow, this is so good. I love every part of it. Hadassah, thank you. I love every part of it. You used a word. I mean, people hide behind sickle cell. And my whole word to say to them all the time is, you don't have to wear sickle cell. People are doing big stuff. I mean, irrespective of whether their genotype is something or something, they are doing big stuff. You are first, we say this all the time, you are first human before your genotype. And so you can change your word. Even with that understanding, you can transform your pain to purpose. I love every part of it. Thank you so much for inspiring us. Thank you for this great word. I'm holding them to my heart like this. Thank you. I enjoyed this interview. I enjoyed this time spent with you. Thank you so much. So this will be the end of it. And I'm really grateful that you honored this invitation. Thank you so much.
I'm grateful that you invited me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You take care of yourself, and greetings to baby girl.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for having me. And well done for all the work you do. It's beautiful. Thank you for being one of the people that's shining the light and not just, staying bitter. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's lovely to connect with you.
Yes, ma.
Cheers.
Yeah, bye.